Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the inappropriately named 80/60 rule. And that's because he's 83 and I'm 62 now. But welcome to the 80/60 rule. I'm Mark. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and I'm Greg. Thank you for listening. How if we get started, huh, Mark? Can we get
I'm ready
started?
to get started. Let's start.
Well, I got a good buddy in Michigan, and on Thursday, when is it? June 28th, January 28th is his birthday.
Oh, okay.
So happy birthday to Tony B.
Tony B. Happy birthday to Tony B.
We talk sports and we talk some political stuff together, and he's a nice guy. So
Nice guy. All right, good.
Birthday, Tony. Happy birthday.
All right. A little. I know that you're probably not a Blackhawk fan, Tony B, but I'm going to remove my hat for a birthday greeting to you.
Yes. I'm
All
sure
right.
Let's get into some comments about the pardons. Very upset with that, the pardons.
Yeah.
January 6th, very upsetting to me. Over 1,500, there were pardons of over 1,500 people. Two of the people that were pardoned, they want to seek revenge on people. Where are we going? I saw
one of them's been rearrested for a previous charge on I think a domestic battery or firearms or something. So
I understand the pardon, but it was like
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, as a principle of a president.
The concept, yeah.
The concept. Yeah. So you gotta be very careful, like with who you're pardoning.
Yeah, well, there was no careful here. I heard that he said the process was too cumbersome to itemize and look at them case by case. He said the word cumbersome, so he said a quote, "F it, pardon them all."
Yeah.
That's not a good president.
Mark, you've been around. I have a problem with making employers making people be back to work at the office.
I'll physically be back at work. No more working. No more remote. I guess is.
Well, I get that. I mean, I can see the mentoring. I can see this, but you're forcing somebody to drive an hour and a half every day one way, 3 hours a day on parking.
Yeah,
and I don't.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah,
sometimes it's necessary.
No problem with that.
Other times it's not necessary because the capability and the innovation is there to do it remotely. I think the thing, because wasn't like an executive order from this guy but I think that was federal jobs. He was saying it.
Yeah, but you got like Amazon saying, and it's interesting. I had a friend of mine who just told me the other day, he's with a federal agency. He says, in the office, there's no more furniture. There's a lot of stuff that's going down. Like we can sell all that stuff. I don't know.
You got to think about it. If the technology doesn't slow down, meaning like innovation doesn't slow down, it happens, and it's whether or not we keep up or adjust to it. So if you think about this, exploded because of the pandemic. Out of necessity, we had to figure out how to still do our jobs, how kids were still going to learn. Yeah. And that was Zoom, the Zoom call, and then video conferencing and all that was born out of the pandemic when it really went to another level. Now it's here. You can't just turn off that capability. You can't go, okay, we don't need that anymore. It's here forever. And there's going to be generations 10 years from now where it's going to be probably a 50-50 hybrid of people working from home and also going to a physical place.
You got to be. That's why I asked you about. I was asking you about what I was thinking about Netflix now. You wonder what's going to be. What are the choices in 30 years from now that will be?
Yeah.
I had a previous occupation and I had all these DVDs and all that. And I talked to you and I talked to many people. They say, so it was really something to put them in the garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like really, it was like I was like,
Yeah,
touch
but that's it. 100 years ago is was the parlophone, right? It's the logo of RCA, the dog with the big speaker.
Yeah.
That was our stereo system.
Yeah.
All right. Then there were 78 records. We got rid of those. Then there was 45s. Remember 45s when you were growing up? The little record.
Yeah.
Then there was albums, 33 and a third. Then those went away. There was 8 tracks. Then there was cassettes. Then there was CDs, DVDs, like you said, VCRs. It all goes away. What we're using right now is going to go away, and there'll be something else. So it's just inevitable. It happens to basically every generation figures out a better way to do something.
Yeah.
And then it's up to us to adjust and move forward because it's not stopping. It's not slowing down.
And maybe I ask you, because I argue with you over this. Not argue, but where you say everything you want to hear is right in here. I don't think it can be a newspaper.
Yeah, it can.
I don't agree. It's the in-depth knowledge that I get in reading a newspaper.
It's all on that phone. It's all there. Yeah. You like the physical thing of holding it.
Yeah.
And story continued on page 47, and you flip over, you fold the paper down, you got it. I get it. I grew up on Sundays. On Sundays.
Can't wait for the Sunday paper.
Right. But that's not necessary. So if you still like it, great, but it's not necessary. You can get all the information on your phone or your tablet, so I know you're just not comfortable doing it. Or how about this? You're comfortable doing it. You're just more comfortable. The whole mood is different. You're sitting down, you're reading something. Yeah. Oh, this is bad. People flick through this so quick like this. They swipe and they get so much misinformation from this. At least on a newspaper, you can go like,
you get in depth.
Right.
If I could do it, I mean, I don't have the time, but it's like to have a newspaper from different parts of the country coming in.
Yeah, but this is what we argue about because I said it's right here. Name a newspaper from a different country. Name a newspaper.
No, not a different in the United States.
All right, name a different city.
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque newspaper. Newspaper from Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right, I just did it. It's the Albuquerque Journal, Albuquerque Tribune. I can go to that. I'm there. Now I'm reading their paper. Okay. Right there.
Everything.
But,
sports, business, everything.
What?
Everything, the sports, the business section.
Yeah, everything's there. It's digital. Everything's there. The only problem is then you click on an article because you're like, oh, I want to read that. But then it says you got to pay, Or you've reached your, that's the thing I am with the Chicago Tribune. When I go to that, they always go, okay, you've reached your quota on free articles. Now you got to pay. Yeah. So, there's the catch.
I would go to the newspaper, go to the gas station, get a newspaper, New York Times, as a matter of fact, and a guy with a cigarette would say, "Isn't that a lot of money for a newspaper?" As he's having a cigarette,
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. Isn't that a lot of money for that cigarette? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What was the, do you still get the Sunday New York Times?
Yes.
How much is that? Like if you went to a store and had to buy it, what would it be?
I don't know. So mine's $115 a month.
Oh, okay. All right. The subscription. So you get it daily.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's good. No, that's good. So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying
I get the Chicago Tribune. And I sometimes a couple of days when I don't get the Tribune, I get the Sun Times. I read that in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they tell me what sports are on TV that day, and I can see it right away instead of trying to figure it out. So,
but I mean, you could do that on this.
Yeah, I'm just not.
But I get it. You like the physical thing of holding it and
I like to go back to it.
Getting your fingers all inky.
Yeah. Let's talk about some facts. Netflix. Talk about Netflix. What are Netflix's competitors, Mark? I mean, I don't.
Oh man, there's everybody. Everybody's a competitor now because they've all got streaming services.
Yeah.
Hulu, Peacock,
Disney,
Prime. They're all everything. Apple TV. Yeah. It's like we're in the future right now. That's the future. Network television is not a viable thing anymore, really, because you either watch DVR, you set something, you go, I'm gonna DVRs all the Datelines. Oh, okay, I'll watch a Dateline right now. We're 2020. So network television of watching something when they broadcast it is kind of yesterday's news. So streaming services mean it's kind of on demand. It's like you watch it whenever you want.
Well, is that no on demand now? There's no. You got to go through the commercials. I mean, it doesn't.
It depends on what you're watching it on. That's all. I'm just saying that with streaming services, you can basically watch it whenever you want. All right, good.
Now this, you think will ever be duplicated? Deion Sanders, who's 57 years old, the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, is the only professional athlete to have played in both the Super Bowl and the World Series.
Yeah, I don't know, right? It probably will, but the fact that it hasn't happened, because that happened a long time ago, right? So, maybe it's not going to happen because that was a special little time, and I don't think we really appreciate it. Bo Jackson did it, but Bo Jackson was hurt.
Michael Jordan tried to do it.
Yeah, Jordan tried to do it, basketball, but Deion Sanders, man, he was pretty good in both sports.
Yeah. So how about Eagles, Commanders? Who do you pick?
Eagles.
Yeah, so do I. Bills, Chiefs.
Man, I really want the Bills. I'm kind of tired of the Chiefs. I don't know why. I'm just kind of tired of them. And that's not fair to say. That's a typical sort of like lame sports fan saying that. But I think I'd like to see Josh Allen in the game, in the Super Bowl. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
No. Just enjoy the football this weekend, Sunday, and may the best team, the Eagles, win.
All right, and then fingers crossed that you and I get our pardons. Hopefully, we're in line for a pardon or two. Right?
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.